Hello, my lovely Geminis, and welcome to my channel. I am Ivy Rose with Creatively Ivy Rose Oracle Readings. Now, this is a general reading for all of my Geminis out there, so it may resonate with you, but then again, it may not. But if it does, please like and subscribe, as that'll help me to tune into all of your energy for future readings. All of the Oracle decks that I have that I'll be using today are on my lovely table, but I will also be putting links in the description below where you can find and purchase each one. Now, I also offer personal readings, and the link to my Etsy will be listed below. All right, Geminis, let's go ahead and get into your reading. So the first deck that I'm going to be using is the Power Thought Oracle deck. Love this deck because it gives you a singular power thought to carry with you through whatever guidance that you're seeking, whatever circumstances that are going on in your life, and just for your life in general. So, Spirit, let's go ahead and get some cards for Gemini. What do you have for Gemini? Let's do one more, shall we? Anything else for Gemini? All right. So let's see what we have for the Geminis. There is plenty for everyone, including me. The ocean of life is lavish with its abundance. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. My good comes from everywhere and everyone and everything. So fear not, my lovely Geminis. There is enough for everybody to go around, and if you feel like you have been lacking something, you can manifest that for yourself. Don't be in this fear-based way of living that, oh, I'm struggling to survive right now, and, I don't have enough, or there's not enough for me and for everybody else. There absolutely is. This world, the universe is full of abundance and is just waiting to give it to you, but you have to not only be willing to receive it, but you have to believe that it exists for you out there. The minute that you do, you'll start to gain that abundance in your life. The universe knows what you need and is sending that to you before you even ask it. Asking it and putting it out there, though, just makes it more solidified. But the universe knows, and the universe is sending it. It's on its way to you. You have to believe it, and then you have to make room for it. Okay? Just remember, there is enough, and you will get exactly the things that you need at exactly the right time. Freedom is my divine right. I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I am created to be. So, whatever it is that is limiting you right now, universe is saying, hey, it's time to let that go. Whether it be a job that has been keeping you tied down, or a specific relationship, or something within yourself, something that maybe you've been doubting yourself with and you've been holding yourself back. You are being called to think the most high, powerful, wonderful thoughts. Move beyond all of those limitations that are not serving you. Release them, let them go, and claim that freedom. Be the person that you are supposed to be in this lifetime. And if you are being held back, that's not going to serve you. That's not going to help that purpose. You know what those things are. You know the things that you need to let go of and what you need to hang on to. And those things that you need to let go of, make sure that you do so that you can call in this positivity and you can start transcending those limitations that you've been living with for so long. It could be generational cycles and curses. It could be something that's coming up right now, or a cycle that's very recent. But release it so that you can claim your freedom in this life. All right? And lastly, I balance my masculine and feminine sides. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. So, what I'm getting from this one specifically is universe is calling you to explore more of whatever side is not the most dominant for you. If you tend to lean more on the masculine side, this is your time to start leaning more into the feminine side within certain boundaries, the things that make you feel comfortable, you know? And if you lean more towards the feminine side, start delving more into your masculine. And there are many different ways that you can do that. Okay? I'm not going to list them off because I am not too familiar with certain things or certain exercises that you can do. Some of them, yes, of course. Like intimacy and doing certain intimate things is more feminine. Speaking up and being stronger and more powerful, that comes from the more masculine. And again, don't drag me because all of these things go hand in hand. But whatever that means for you, that is what the universe is calling you to do. Whatever side that you lean on more, the universe is saying, hey, let's start exploring the other side more so that we can start balancing this energy out. Because as great as it is to be super, super feminine or super, super masculine, that causes a dissonance and an imbalance within us. And we want to have an equal amount of energy on both sides so that we can feel that balance. And so that we're not limiting ourselves to certain things in life because of certain beliefs or because we're so far into the masculine or so far into the feminine. Start exploring those sides. It's actually really fun depending on what you do. And of course, it all depends on what you're comfortable with. Never do anything that's going to put you at risk or that's going to make you feel uncomfortable, but start trying to balance those out. Yin and yang go hand in hand. Start exploring that. All right, the next deck that we're going to be using is the Trust Your Vibes Oracle deck. This is the deck that I actually started using when I first started reading. Comes with this beautiful, beautiful little guidebook to help you interpret the cards easier because these are a little more in depth. So let's go ahead and get some cards for Gemini. What do we have for Gemini for the month of October? I say October really weird sometimes. I don't know if you guys are catching that, but it makes me kind of laugh. But I'm not sure what kind of dialect I'm giving, and I'm not meaning to, but it's kind of funny. Anything else? All right, we're going to leave it at those two. Oh, wow. Claim your boundaries and feed your spirit. Wow, this has come up in majority of my readings for this month. I keep telling everybody we are very deprived spiritually right now. We're us spiritualists, and even the people who are unspiritualists, we need to start getting back into what our spirits need, our souls need. All right, let's go into number 24, claim your boundaries. That's very, very important and something that I'm learning how to do right now. Let's see, number 24. Have people been arguing with you lately or challenging you whenever you express an opinion? Are you being ignored or dismissed? Do you feel overly defensive? Are you suffering from a case of being too nice? If the answer is yes, don't worry. On an energetic level, your aura is simply too wide open, leaving you vulnerable to unwanted psychic influences. It's time to claim your boundaries, strengthen your aura, and put the go away sign in your window. It's not mean or unkind, it's simply honest and healthy. Become more aware of your aura and your boundaries. Other people are aware of them and will take advantage if you let them. You're just an energetic pushover, and it's time for you to stop. This is your sole task to master, and it gets easier with practice. Practice saying no, go away, leave me in peace, both verbally and silently, and enjoy it. Your aura is your protective shield, and it grows as you gain self-respect. Breathe courage and confidence into your aura from within. Practice all day long. You'll soon feel the difference and love it. Now, this is very important, and this is coming from a person who has a lot of people-pleasing tendencies. I do this a lot. But as the days have progressed, as the months have progressed, I have been learning, even in the smallest ways, to respect myself and to claim my boundaries, whether that means saying no to an event or saying no to performing for something or saying no to having a friend come over, or telling somebody that's trying to force you to do something, I'll think about it and I'll make the decision, as it comes. When you say yes to something that you really don't want to do, you are disrespecting yourself. And that's not okay. Because a lot of people can set those boundaries. And I'm sure that a lot of people set those boundaries with you. So why not do it with them? And this is not an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth kind of thing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if other people can do that just as easily, why can't you? And yes, I know it's easier said than done. Again, coming from a person that I'm struggling with this a lot. But it does definitely get easier. And that is a part of loving yourself, is claiming boundaries and respecting yourself enough to say, you know what? If I don't feel like doing something, or if I don't feel like talking about something, whatever it is for you, I shouldn't have to feel obligated to do it. And you shouldn't have to carry the guilt about not doing it either. And if somebody gaslights you or makes you feel bad about that, then they're not really there for you. They're not really your friend, your lover, whatever relationship they have with you, or whatever the circumstances relationship is with you, that's not serving you. And that's something that you should think about as well, because those types of people, those types of circumstances are only going to hold you down and hold you back. Respect yourself. Start claiming these boundaries, first in small ways, and then they get bigger and bigger and bigger until that's just how it is. And you will feel so good when you do it. Okay? And then feed your spirit. Number 47. Just as you must feed your body, you must also feed your spirit. It makes you stronger, energized, and more powerful. Most people are unaware of what feeds their spirit, but even if they know, they neglect to follow through. Don't be guilty of this. Feeding your spirit comes from choosing experiences that empower you and help you feel more authentic, spontaneous, and joyfully alive. Your spirit's food is personal. Only you know what your spirit hungers for. My spirit, for example, is fed by exercise, dancing, time with my children, good coffee, and walks with my husband. What feeds others may be a run on the beach, cooking, singing, or sleeping on a down pillow. Think about your spirit's diet. The more you feed it, the stronger it becomes. And when your spirit is strong, your vibes are loud and clear. Don't be a psychic anorexic. Feed your spirit every day. So, right now we are in a time where we feel like everything is survival mode. We don't have time for our spirits because we have to focus so much into the 3D things that we need right now that our spirits become irrelevant. And that happens. We all lose touch with our spiritual side sometimes, or we feel distant or disassociated. That's okay, because that's a part of life. But universe is calling you now to refocus your energy on your spirit. That's a big part of who you are and living this life and living it to the fullest. Getting in touch with your vibes and your energies, and that'll help you make decisions and to move forward in your path and your journey. The same way that you would take care of your body, that's how you have to take care of your spirit. It's very, very important, and it goes hand in hand with everything that you go through in your life. With manifestation power, with power to call things into your life, with power to be positive and to move forward, and to be your most authentic self and not to hold yourself back from these things and to receive your blessings. Whatever that is for you, whatever hobbies they are, painting, dancing, drawing, singing, playing games, that's a big one for me because it keeps me in touch with my child side. Don't let that child side of you sleep for too long. That's a big part of us living. That's what makes you alive and feel alive. Don't forget about that. Feed your spirit the best ways you know how. And if you don't know, start delving into different hobbies and talents. Explore and see what works for you and what makes your spirit sing. All right, and last but not least, we have my favorite deck, Messages from Spirit by Lightworker Tarot and Oracle. Amazing reader. Check her out if you have not. She has taught me so much about my own reading. It's great. So let's get some messages from Spirit for Gemini. What do we have for the Geminis out there? There's more energy in this deck. Let's keep going, shall we? Yeah, I'm going to take this one. Universe told me to go ahead and take that one too. Okay. Let's see what messages we have from Spirit for you. I'm going to move this over because I know I'm going to need room. Pay attention to the words and actions of others. We're always told to not just listen to people's words, but people's actions as well. But they go hand in hand. Well, not all the time. Scratch that. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. So pay attention to both. Pay attention to what a person tells you versus how they respond or how they behave with you. And that'll tell you a lot about the person and their intentions and whether or not to keep them around or to keep them at a distance or maybe not keep them around at all. Pay attention to those things because that's very important and vital for you right now. And do not give excuses. I did that in a very tumultuous friendship. Kept on giving that person excuses and fighting with other people saying, no, that's not how this person is. And, you know, they said one thing, but their actions did not reflect that at all. And it was such a terrible, terrible relationship. And I hung on to it because of that. Because instead of paying attention to the person's actions instead of just their words and trying to continuously give them excuses, I let it continue. And at that point, it becomes a you thing. That becomes you're allowing it to happen and you don't want that. So pay attention. All right? The circumstance you find yourself in is not worthy of the time spent worrying about it. Release it. So for some of you, this is going to be different, but some of you, I get the feeling that it does have to do with some kind of a friendship or some kind of a relationship. Somebody's deceiving you. Somebody is not here for your highest good. They're trying to make you believe that they are, but their intentions aren't matching up with the things that they're telling you. Something's not right here. And this circumstance, and again, that's only going to apply to some of you, so take that how it resonates, but this relationship, you are giving so much of your energy that you are forgetting about you, and it's not worthy of your time, your effort. It's time to release that so that you can elevate yourself. If this person does not want to elevate with you, it's not your job to make them want to elevate. You can only help a person who wants to be helped. And honestly, in most cases, it is not your job to help. We do it because we love the person and we want to see them grow with us. But if they don't want to grow with you, it's time to let them go. And for others, whatever circumstance that you're dealing with that makes you feel that way, let it go. You are not doing anything but hanging on to something that is not serving your highest good. And you're not giving yourself an opportunity to be open to the wonderful blessings that you should be receiving right now. Don't hold yourself back. Release that. All right? You're being given a chance to do something over. What will you do differently? There's a cycle that's being repeated here. Whether it's with this person or with a different circumstance, there is a cycle being repeated. What are you going to do differently to change the outcome and to make it a better outcome? Instead of constantly believing this person and trusting this person and trying to make excuses for this person, are you going to let it happen again so that the universe can keep on making this karmic cycle happen for you until you do learn? Or are you going to take it by the reins and say, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this situation, with this circumstance. I'm ready to move forward. What are you going to do to change that for yourself? It's time to do something different. It's time to make a change. Heal the past, enjoy the present, embrace the future. Remember, the past is gone. The past is past. There's nothing that you can do about that. There's no point in mourning it or staying stuck on it or regretting it. Let it go. Instead, take the lessons and learn from them so that you can do better. The future is not here yet. You can plan for the future, and that's okay. but don't dwell on the things to come. They're not here yet. All you have is now. Hone what you can now. Do the things that you need to do now so that you can create a better future for yourself, so that you can manifest the things that you want for that future. We only have the moments that we live in right now. Make sure to enjoy them, to embrace them, because they pass by so fast. Life is so fleeting, and much more fleeting than we think as human beings, because a lifetime seems so incredibly long, but it's not as long as we think. Live every moment to the fullest and live in your present, because that's where the power lies. All right? And finally, in this scenario, you are the teacher. So, somebody's watching you. Not in a weird way. Don't take that the wrong way. But you might have people that are looking up to you as a role model, as a mentor. Even you yourself, your higher self. The universe is looking at you. You know? You are called to be the teacher in this circumstance. To teach others the best way to go about your life and to make these decisions and to do the things that you need to do to show that you can pursue anything, that you can move through these situations with as much grace and as much power and passion as you know how to. Somebody is looking in on you and is looking to you to be their teacher. Maybe not even consciously, maybe not even directly. But remember that. And I'm also getting something. What card was I talking about with that? With doing something differently, somebody might be seeing you go through this constant cycle, and you doing something differently is teaching them not just that you are growing as a better person, but that, hey, if they can do it, I can do it too. So let me learn from them. Let me see what they're doing. Let me pick their brain to see how I can go about my own situation differently. And again, this is only going to be for a certain few of you, but the person that you're dealing with, it might be serving to teach them, hey, I might be being a really crappy person right now. Maybe this is my time to see that, to learn from this person, that if I keep doing these things, that this is going to be the same cycle that I go through over and over and over until I decide to look within and I decide to change. Because that's teaching somebody something too. By leaving a situation or leaving a person alone to do better for you, that's teaching them not only to do that for themselves, but that maybe it's time for them to change their actions so that this cycle isn't constantly happening to them. It's teaching them a lesson about their circumstances and about themselves. Be that teacher. Be that teacher for others and for yourself. All right, Gemini, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Your love and support is always appreciated, and I will see you all in the next video, okay? Bye-bye.